Okay. Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Crimson Skies, and welcome. Today, we're gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna be doing a new player's guide, kind of broken down into segments. Okay, segments, because I was working for a few days on this it was like 50 minutes I had it up to, and I decided to sit down and watch it, and it was atrociously boring. Okay, like I sat there. I'm like, oh man, this isn't gonna fucking keep people's attention or anything crazy like that. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna do this in like little mini segments where I'm just gonna kind of walk you guys through like a specific category. So this for like the first section of the new player's guide, right? My little new player playlist or walkthrough or whatever. We're gonna go over the very first thing you should be doing as soon as you make a character, right? So we're gonna log out. I got a side character. I did all this work on this criminal, and it was really difficult because criminals get like nothing but defense missions. Holy crap! There was one specific tutorial tab I was trying to get done. I had to do 5 missions before I was able to get it done because I had 4 missions straight of nothing but defense. So it was crazy, man. The advantages criminals get. Crazy. So I made this. I think it was literally this. I don't remember actually. Shit. Why did you pop up? That's annoying. Okay, it was. Okay. Right, new crim. So we're gonna actually delete this character. Well, actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll keep it. We'll keep the character. I'll make an enforcer. Okay. Now, when you hit create to make a new character, otherwise, obviously, for a new person, you're not going to have that one character. It'll be blank. It'll kind of just throw you into this right here. And then you choose to be an enforcer or criminal. Of course, I have my criminal, so we'll do enforcer. I'm going to skip the intro. You can watch it if you like. We'll go in. We're going to make my character. I'll make a female character. Fuck it, we'll make a female character. This is kind of basic. You can do. I don't really care too much about this, but if you don't want to waste a lot of time, you can go like 20, 30 years. We'll say female. We'll give them kind of like we'll go bright skin, 20, 30 years in an average, and it randomizes kind of within those things. Now, of course, they really aren't that great at making faces, to be honest. So we'll just take this character. I'll just go into advanced mode and make a couple of changes that I generally like to have. Just, I guess, personal preference, maybe. I could just be a crazed person like that. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to put too much effort into this. Finish. So let's say you did spend time making a character. Let's say you did spend time doing that kind of stuff. That's the widest I can get it. God damn. Bro, okay. And then you go and you hit finish. You choose what server you want to be. You only really have 2 options now. You have North America and EU. We'll do North America. I'll do new enforcer. Right? New enforcer. Enter. I actually got it. That's kind of crazy. Now, this is interesting. Okay? Because in the other one, it threw me automatically into a district. I didn't get a choice. So it might auto throw you into a district. It might give you the option. I actually have footage of both now. One or the other could happen for some fucking reason. It literally just automatically threw me into a district on my criminal. So be warned, that might happen for your first time. It'll just throw you in. But that's okay. Let's say we'll hit yes. We'll let it do its thing. To simulate what happened on my criminal. Okay? Because I was actually really shocked when it did that. Now, the only reason why I'm doing this is because it doesn't really matter if we get in a district with people or not. Because this video in particular is only going to go over the immediate necessities of what you should be doing as a brand new player, right? So you'll be given spawn options. These are your available contacts in the game. I'll get into contacts later in a different video. This one doesn't matter. This one literally doesn't mean anything for contacts. Okay, now you do get 10 mail slots. It's like extensions. And because it's Easter, right, I got a little Easter title. Feel free to collect these. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it because once again, we're kind of simulating a new player and what you should be doing immediately after making your character to kind of put you guys on the best foot forward. So, of course, we're going to go through this process, right? Now, what you should be doing, and sometimes the tutorial did automatically pop up on my Crim. For some reason, it's not doing it on my Enforcer. Okay, so there's some differences, and it's probably because of the fact that this is my second character, not my first. So it will have your tutorial pop up initially, but the thing that I had to do, was press O to open up your options, O for options, right? Go down to controls, interface, and then scroll all the way down. And the tutorial window was unbound. Okay, so you can bind it to a key. I use T because there's kind of no purpose for T right now. So you can use that. And then when you bind it, here, all the demonstration, of course, to show you guys. Okay, you can now, so yes, of course, save. Press T to open your tutorial. This is super important because 2 items in this tutorial page is absolutely essential. A field supplier, which, like endgame, you're going to be using endgame most likely, unless like using a spotter or something different to be more tactical for your team. But if you're playing solo, the field supplier is effectively like what you're using. Okay, it's literally like super useful even all the way to the end of the game. And of course, frag grenades. This is the only way to get grenades in the beginning of the game. Okay. If you do not grab these, you effectively soft lock yourself out of like being able to make progress and like get more grenades, because you have to kill people with grenades to unlock the other grenades. But we'll get into that in a different video. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to walk through these. We're going to get these. The only ones I'm not doing is missions. I'm going to do that in its own independent video. This is one of the most integral tutorial ones because this is your main gameplay loop effectively. Okay, and social. This is where all the really cool stuff happens. The like customization and creativity and like making your own music and all that cool stuff, right? That all happens in there. There's also other really interesting things for like Joker tickets and social. So we're going to have a separate video for that too. Okay, we're just going to worry on the really easy ones for today. Okay, where you don't have to play missions or do anything crazy. Okay, just kind of go over some real basic game systems and to kind of learn some of the, once again, the real basics. Okay, I keep looking that way. I'm sorry. So for moving into actions, it's really easy. You just have to sprint, jump, crouch, kick a door open, and press M to open your map. Right? So let's get that done real quick. Okay, so we'll sprint first. That's kind of the hardest. Oh my goodness. You press shift to sprint. Okay. Once again, these are really kind of, almost all this stuff is really essential. It says to kick a door open. I'll just kick a door open. Okay. And then the other one was to open the map. What else? Crouch and jump. C to crouch, and then spacebar to jump, and bam, you completed it. Congratulations, you get your field supplier in the mail. Okay, this is once again one of the more important items you can get in the game, and this is really going to help you be able to adapt and survive while playing missions. So do not forget to do these tutorial things, right? So we'll go collect it. We'll equip it. Now, for once again, new players, right? Let me kind of explain what I'm doing. I press I, which accesses my inventory page. I then click on the character panel. I click on this character slot. I hit the change key button, and here we go. We got the field supplier, right? So now every time I press 5, I have access to ammo. Okay, super useful, super useful, super useful. Okay, we'll do the next one to unlock grenades. As you can see, I've already almost got everything done because half of it is equipping the mod. You know, so they kind of feed into each other. You know, they kind of feed into each other. So last one is purchase ammo. Really simple. You can do it pretty much anywhere. You can do it at a mail slot. You can do it at a Joker ammo box. You can do it at a character. There's multiple locations. You can even do it at the ammo at the car spawner. Okay, you just walk up. You press I. Here you have like 2 weapon options, right? The little ammo indicator. You just click on it, and then $250 for 75 round. Oh, $25. My bad. I think I have $250. We'll hit the purchase $25 worth of ammo. Bam, cool beans. That tutorial is done. We should get the fragmentation grenades in the mail. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Now you got grenades. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Now you can actually Now you're kind of a little bit more varied. We will equip it, so you press I, of course, once again. Hit change, fragmentation grenades. Now you're kind of set. Now, in theory, you can just play missions. You got like your core weapon set, your core starting weapon set to be able to play the game. But of course, I'm going to go into that stuff more into like combat or more advanced tutorials later on down the road. But for now, we're doing, once again, just the basics. We're just going to kind of burn through this tutorial. Okay, so now that we finished mill and inventory, combat gives you a 10-day weapon selector. You can use it if you want. I'm not too interested in that. What's actually more interesting is if you complete all of these basic tutorials. So if you click on basic, you can see you get a permanent weapon. That's the cool one, right? Because then you won't lose it after 10 days. It's permanent. So that's why you kind of want to, once again, grind this out, get these things done. So for combat, we have empty your magazine, throw a grenade, and use your field supply, right? Once again, we got some very basic stuff. So I'll pull out the Obey APB because it's got less ammo. Emptied it out. We'll just toss a grenade. Who cares? Don't care. And then field supply 5. So now we got the basic combat gameplay loop, right? In theory, man, the basic combat gameplay loop. Once again, real easy, real basic, no big complexities here. And that this field supply should show up in the mail. I just click on it. I don't really collect this. I don't care too much about this. As a new player, you might want to use it to try something different, but you know, once again, it's temporary, right? It's temporary. That's not what we're after. We're after that permanent one. So after that, what's next? We got vehicles. Spawn a vehicle, drive the vehicle 500 meters, commandeer. This gives you a free 1-slot Cosenza. It's kind of better than your starter car, kind of. It's a 4-door, so you know, it's got its own benefits. So let's go do that. Let's go spawn my car. Spawn my car. We will steal a faster car. Commandeer. We're enforcers. We're commandeering a faster car. Okay, the Curai is not bad. I'll take that. Okay. I'll show you a little neat trick. As soon as he puts the foot down, you can cancel it, and he just automatically gets out. You get to save yourself a couple of seconds. You could probably do it sooner, but I like to do it right there because it's like guaranteed to happen. Okay, and then we're just going to drive around. 500 meters isn't too difficult to accomplish. Not too difficult to accomplish. Drive around a block a couple of times, huh? Get that driving practice in. Learn maybe learn how some of the vehicles work, because the Curai functions significantly different than the Cosenza. Oh, is that the Balkan Raven? Oh yeah. Well, I'm. Okay, we got it done. Cool beans. Okay, we will collect our new car. Ooh, baby. And then once again, this is just tutorials, just showing you how to equip stuff and switch things out and do different things. And I'm kind of just walking you through how to do it, of course, and like the benefits of why you'd want to do the tutorial, right? You collect the tutorial. Now you got your car. You press I, same as before with the weapons and the grenade, right? And you then click on the vehicles tab. Click on your car, hit change. Now you can switch over to the Machina Cosenza. Right, it's a 1-slot, and that comes in handy for the next stage because you get a mobile spawner. Let's see. So the next one is missions. Okay, so all that's left is missions and social. These are going to have their own individual videos because the missions are is like integral to really understand like your main gameplay loop in APB. So I'm going to have an individual video for that. Okay, not in this video. We're done with this video. We've gone over all the others. We got ourselves a car. We got the grenades. We got the 10-day weapon selector if you so choose to use it. I guess if you choose it, what would you want to use? Well, we'll talk about a couple of things, right? So to explain my decision making when it comes to that, right? So the Obey APW is a pretty decent like close quarters pistol, right? It's 6 shots to kill, if I remember right. 6 shots to kill, not too bad. Decent accuracy. But like I said, it's kind of meant for close quarters. Start 5.56 is accurate up to 50 meters. And then that's when it starts having damage drop off. Once again, it's a really nice weapon. Very controllable spread. Okay? Once again, a fantastic gun. But because of the limitations of range on both, because you can see players up to 100 meters, right? But both of these weapons, like I think the Obey FEW is like maybe 20, 25 meters in distance, and the Start 556 is 50 meters in distance before you start getting like a damage drop off, right? So what I recommend you get then, okay, to practice, to be able to kind of have that variation, to have like a long range engagement, right? Well, so let's see what your options are for the 10-day trial. A Shaw, really nice LMG, anti-infantry. The Oka is close quarters SMG. Shotgun, super close quarters. Very nice though. It's not bad. The Obeer is a long-range rifle. Very nice. And HVR is a very long-range rifle that does like a crap ton of damage. Okay, so what I recommend you get, if you wanted to use the 10-day weapon selector, would be predominantly for a new player. I would recommend you get the Obeer. It's a 3-round burst gun. Its effective range is like 70 meters, 75 meters. It does a very good amount of health damage if you get all 3 shots on target. I'll give you a quick, I'll just pull it, right? I'll pull it. Okay. I'll give you a demonstration of the weapon. I'm not gonna play a mission right now. I'm just giving you a demonstration. Okay, maybe tomorrow, for the next video when I'm doing missions, I could use this kind of stuff to give you guys an example of that. But for now, we're just going over some of the basics and what I recommend with what they give you. Okay, as you can see, when standing still, super tight spread. Okay, and it's a 3-round burst weapon and 3 bursts kill if you hit all three within your effective range. Right? Then it goes up to like 4 bursts, and then it gets kind of difficult at that point. But I'm pretty sure it's about 75 meters in effective range. And then that's when the damage drop-off starts happening, but it is a significantly more nicer long-range gun to have in case your Star 556 is in a situation where, say, you have opposition up in that car park, right? They're out there, you're down here, it's super big, open, wide, there's not a lot of cover, and you need something to kind of be able to do damage at distance. This weapon is what I recommend you have as a new player. When you get the hang of like the way the game plays and works out, maybe using an NH3R would be better, but as a new player, I recommend the Obeer. Okay, all right, that is the end of my very first video that I'm going to do for like a playlist or something as a new player guide video. Okay, we went over the importance of doing the tutorial. We bound the tutorial to a key. We walk through all of these, and then my next video will go over missions. We're going to play a mission. I'll walk you through the basics with that and kind of get all that stuff done. And then the third video is going to be us getting the social stuff done, and then I can go in more detail on like what you can do in Social District, because there's actually quite a bit. There's quite a bit to do in Social District, especially if you're a very creative kind of person, or if you just like to kind of make your own clothes or music or decorate your car, all sorts of stuff. Really all sorts of crazy stuff. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, peace.